How valuable can a 1976 quarter really be? The quarter issued to celebrate the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence was struck in both 1975 and 1976, but each one carries only the dates 1776 to 1976. So do these coins have any errors or rare varieties? We'll go over all of that and more right after this. Hey everyone, welcome back to World Pocket Coins, where coins tell stories and small change can mean big value. In this video, we're diving into the 1976 Bicentennial Quarter, one of the most iconic and widely saved coins in American history. Whether you're new to coin collecting or a seasoned expert, you'll want to stay through to the end because we'll cover everything, from vintages to errors to some record-breaking auction prices. Now first, let's give a quick shout out to a channel that's just as passionate about bicentennial coins as we are, Tiny Numismatics. It's a great place for coin lovers with loads of interesting topics, so if you get a chance, be sure to check him out. That's Tiny Numismatics on YouTube. Back to the Bicentennial Quarter, we love these coins. And today, we'll talk about the ones struck for circulation, uncirculated examples, valuable proofs, and rare errors. You might be surprised just how much these quarters can sell for today. Collectors have always had a soft spot for the Bicentennial Quarter. The design with the colonial drummer boy reminds us of the brave young boys, and sometimes girls, who served in battles during the American Revolution. Some were as young as 7. These quarters were often saved from the moment they hit circulation, which makes them harder to find today, especially in high grades. Even when coin roll hunting, they're not easy to come across anymore. Even though nearly 1.7 billion bicentennial quarters were made for circulation, none bear the date 1975. All of them are dual-dated 1776 to 1976. The Philadelphia Mint struck around 809 million of these in clad composition. Because so many were saved when they were first released, finding coins in mint state 66 or 67 isn't too difficult, and they often sell for about $50 each. But Philadelphia coins weren't always struck in top condition, so finding a nice MS68 example is tough. If you have any, check their condition carefully. An MS68 quarter is worth quite a bit, and there's still room to go higher. The highest known grade for a Philly 1976 quarter is MS67 Plus, which hasn't sold yet, but PCGS estimates its value at $2,750. When it does go to auction, it could bring in even more. Now over to the Denver Mint. They struck about 860 million quarters that year, slightly more than Philly. These coins bear a D mint mark and were also clad. Denver coins were struck in slightly better quality overall, and there are actually MS68 graded bicentennial quarters from Denver. One of these sold recently at Legend Rare Coin Auctions for $5,170. That's a serious return on just 25 cents. Let's talk about the San Francisco Mint. They struck bicentennial quarters in both clad and silver, but only as proof coins or special collector strikes. These have an S mint mark and a shiny, mirror-like finish. The mintages are lower, about 7 million for clad proofs and 4 million for silver proofs. A silver proof graded PR70 DCM sold for $144 at Heritage Auctions. The clad version, same grade, sold $4,104. Now don't assume that every S-Mint bicentennial quarter is just a proof coin and worth a few bucks. There's one version you'll definitely want to look for, a business strike silver quarter from San Francisco. Only 7 million were made. These aren't proofs and were part of special collector sets. The difference is in the finish. Business strikes don't have the deep mirror-like surface. One of these, graded MS69, sold for an unbelievable $19,200 at auction. That's the kind of price that makes you want to check your collection again, Only 3 coins have been graded in that condition so far, but that doesn't mean others don't exist. It just means more haven't been found and submitted yet. So keep checking your quarters. Yours might be the next high-grade discovery. Now let's talk about varieties. The only major known variety on bicentennial quarters is a DDO, or double die obverse, on the 1976 D coin. There are 2 recognized designations. The first is the 1976 D DDO FS101. Doubling can be clearly seen on the word Liberty, and also lightly on the motto and the date. The second is FS102, where the doubling appears only on Liberty. Of the 2, the FS101 is much more desirable and valuable. 1 graded MS65, a grade you could realistically find in circulation, sold for $3,246. That's incredible for a coin pulled from change. The FS102 in the same grade sold for $66. Still a good find, but not nearly as valuable. Here's something even wilder. A newly discovered 1976 S-proof bicentennial quarter was overstruck on a 1969 S-cent. It was graded PS65 by NGC and sold at auction for $13,500. Nobody knows exactly how this happened, but it did. Another wild error: a 1976 bicentennial quarter struck on a 1976 dime planchet that one brought in $9,200. Yet another, a 1976 D quarter struck on a cent planchet. Even though these mistakes happen occasionally, most are caught and destroyed. But this one got through, and it's a bicentennial, which makes it even rarer. It sold for $3,760. There's also a double denomination 1976 D quarter struck on a 5-cent planchet. It graded $58 and sold for $1,645. These kinds of double denomination errors are always exciting to collectors. Here's another fun one: a 1976 Washington quarter struck through cloth on the obverse. It graded MS66 and sold for $881. We actually gave one away during a live stream not long ago, and it was verified as a struck-through cloth coin by the grading company. So yes, they are out there. One of our favorite errors: a 1976 quarter that was double struck and had a 60% indent on the obverse. It was graded MS62 and sold at heritage auctions for $1,645. Super cool error, and very collectible. As you can see, these error coins bring serious money. Not just because of the type of error or the grade, but also because the bicentennial quarter had such a short production run. Coins with short mint runs and errors often carry extra value. So, check your change. Look for bicentennial quarters. They are more valuable than most people realize. If you love these coins like we do, check out our playlist dedicated entirely to them. You'll find it linked in the corner of this video. In one of those videos, we even showed off part of our own bicentennial collection. Now we've got a question for you. Do you collect bicentennial coins? Drop us a comment below and let us know. Before we go, we want to thank everyone who's become a member of the World Pocket Coins family. Your support helps us keep making great videos like this. If you'd like to join, there's a link below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. See you soon.